Basically, the difference is between an ion and an electron. In the field emission microscope, one can actually visualize electrons that come out of a metal, whereas in the field ion microscope, one can actually see the individual atoms that make up that metal surface. The process of making the atom probe was long and involved. First involved a glass instrument that is in the Mueller exhibit, and then that was made into a metal instrument, and that instrument was in a room, and on Friday afternoons we took data from it. The data process was kind of interesting, and to tell you something about Erwin Mueller, I'll tell you one or two little stories. We took data, as I mentioned, on a Friday afternoon. What does taking data actually mean at that time? We were recording the travel time of individual atoms that we had pulled off a surface with a high electric field and recorded the time it took to arrive at a detector on an oscilloscope. At the time, we also put a time trace on the oscilloscope so we could measure what the time is relative to what we saw from the arrival time of the ion we were looking at. That was a very long and involved process in order to take that oscilloscope photograph, convert it into an actual time, and from that time, get the mass to charge ratio, knowing the voltage of the atom itself, its chemical identity. Well, the data was taken, as I mentioned, on a Friday afternoon. Monday morning, when I arrived in the lab, if I had not recorded all of the data, and we took a lot of data that took a lot of time both to record and to analyze, took me almost the whole weekend. If I had not analyzed that data, it was not my data, it was Erwin Mueller's data, and I couldn't use it for my thesis. So it was a very long and involved process, both to make the instrument and actually to record the results